Yep.
That's what
Yes.
Dibbles reminds me of. The
He
troll.
does. He does look like a troll doll. Yes. Welcome everybody. We are live on Wednesday with Curse of Strahd, and everybody's here. The new overlay is working well. If we have any issues tonight, is because Foundry has had an update. It is up to 0.8.6. A lot of the modules are still updating, so some of them are working, some of them are not. So I'm going to get all the guys to roll from their D&D Beyond sheets tonight until further notice, until we can sort of figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work. Eventually, probably what I'm going to look at doing is really streamlining the modules that I'm running, and I'm probably going to strip half of them out and have the players probably use D&D Beyond anyway, because I just find D&D Beyond better, personally. If in the future Foundry gets to the point where we're not having to run 45 modules just to make basic stuff work, then we'll probably switch over. But at this point, we'll be using D&D Beyond, which works quite well. Anywho, so Sunday night with the Vampire Masquerade went exceptionally well. Except for poor Zane, who lost a hand.
Who has decided now it might be better if he just lets it grow out?
Oh, also, Zane, I forgot to mention you would take, I had a look in the book, you'll take 1 aggravated damage for that, so make note of that.
Okay.
That would be an aggravated damage, yeah. I mean, losing a limb. But yeah, so...
Won't stop me from talking.
Probably not. I don't know what's up with my... quick actions on my dashboard on...
I wonder if that'll grow back. That should grow back. Yeah, maybe.
It'll grow back.
It'll grow back. Like, it'll just take like 12 years.
It won't take that long. It'll be over probably a week.
Yeah, sure, Magic. Yeah, looks innocent. Nah.
What do you mean? And my Twitch dashboard is just not working the way it's supposed to. Having some major issues with Twitch and D&D Beyond last night. Things not working, so I wonder if that's still flow on from that.
No, that was actually something that happened in San Francisco, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
The server went down there.
Big DNS server, wasn't it?
Yeah, DNS server went.
Fell over and did a thing.
For an hour.
Oh, come on, guys, really?
Be happy it was just a hand. Well, you should be grateful it was just a hand. It could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we are definitely ready to start tonight. So I'm going to get some music on. We'll get into our recap. Could have been your deck. Yeah.
We need to mute Trashy.
Holy crap, Yati. Wow.
Jeez, you broke him, Yanti.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well done, Yanti. Someone clipped that because that was great. Anywho.
Not even in the game and we're clipping.
I know, right? So, last we left off, you had, as a group, you had left Valaki and travelled to the east, heading towards Castle Ravenloft, back towards the windmill, hoping to find your lost ally Zadriel. As you were travelling, Adok, noticing it was quieter than usual and spying something slumped inside the road, heads forward rather quickly, the rest of the group keeping pace. It wasn't Zadriel, however, but Strahd himself. Pointing off to the trees, Zadriel reveals herself, flanked by several zombie-like creatures. The battle commences, many of you trying to reach Zadriel with reason, but she was unresponsive. She seemed intent on a singular target for the bulk part of the first part of that battle. Eventually, Emilia is struck down with a series of vicious blows. Scathus, using his abilities to somewhat thwart Zadriel's plans to then turn on Fiddlesticks by using Water Whip. But not for long. She eventually proceeded towards her target. However, during that time, Emilia regained consciousness. Noticing this, Zadriel's focus shifted once again back to Emilia, and the onslaught of blows continued, once again reducing Emilia to 0 hit points, leaving a rather large gaping wound in the side of her head. It is about this moment that all of a sudden Zadriel regains control of herself, realizes exactly what is going on, drops to her knees, screams, dropping weapon and shield, seeing Emilia laying in a pool of her own blood at her feet. The rest of the team gather to aid Emilia. A heal is given, though not enough to really help her get back to any kind of strength. Severe wound and all. Once again, Skaithis uses Water Whip to remove Zadriel from close by and eventually binding her. She was bound willingly. She did not fight. Zadriel explains her recollection of events over the past day or two. Decided to head back to Valaki for Emilia to heal and recuperate and get some answers. Once back at Valaki proper, Emilia is taken to her quarters where Ismark and Karnos aid her in some healing by shedding their own blood. During this time, Zadriel, Fibble and Adok have a minor conversation, Skaithis included, and eventually Zadriel is able to clean herself up. Returning from this, Zadriel decides that she wishes to speak to Emilia. A little resistance from the party, but she manages to make it into the room, and as she kneels beside Emilia's bed, asking for forgiveness, Emilia reaches forth, dragging her into a heartfelt embrace. And as the two embrace, weeping, the others looking on, we ended our story there. So this is where we rejoin our story and our heroes, as Emilia and Zadriel are still clutched in this heartfelt embrace, the rest of you looking on from the doorway. I'll turn over to you now, people, as you are still at the Blue Water Inn, and we join you in Emilia's quarters.
Should we get another healer in here to see how long it will be before Emilia is fully able to fight again? You think, Feeble?
I don't know. She seems to be healing herself pretty good. You could always heal her too. You do your thing.
My heals might hurt her because I have, Celestial.
Has it been have we done a long rest?
Oh.
Okay.
It is about probably the equivalent to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon by this point of the same day. So you guys set out early in the morning and managed to make it back roughly sort of around lunchtime.
Yeah. Come on, stupid thing.
So Emilia is looking better, like her wounds have started to heal somewhat with the aid that Karnos and Ismark have given her. But she's still in reasonable pain. If anyone wishes to roll a medicine check to gauge how long it might take her to recover, to where she would be ready to travel again. If you're proficient, the DC will be lower. So let me know if you're proficient or not. If you're not proficient, the DC will be higher. So,
actually proficient as well.
You're proficient as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so you do succeed on your medicine check. Looking over Emilia, sort of getting it. I mean, you know that obviously she's not going to heal under regular conventions. You guys saw that on the battlefield. The healing potions you fed to her did not have the effect that they should have. Karnos saw the opposite effect with the human blood that he helped feed her. You guys weren't there for that, but Karnos has seen that healing be pretty efficient. She's gonna need to rest at least tonight minimum before she'd probably be able to effectively rejoin you guys in any kind of battle. She's pretty well done for the day, at the very least.
Where is Adok? He is not with you.
Where was Adok? Where did Adok go after? Did you go back to the room, or were you outside in the hallway?
Yeah, I'm back in the room cleaning the Zadriel's equipment.
Yeah, so Adok's not anywhere that you can see. Skathis, you're standing in the doorway with Fibblestib, and Karnos was there as well. So yeah.
Yeah, Karnos was outside the door because he didn't want anyone to go in, and
That's
they all
right.
went in. So he sort of just went and just stayed by the door.
Perhaps we should let Emilia rest and discuss what we do next. What have you been up to, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
That sounds like a
couple of
good idea.
questions.
Because, we need to know what you're up to. Yeah.
So I pat Emily on the shoulder and give her a hug, and I'll walk out of the room. I'm not sure where to go, if we go to our regular rooms or if we should go downstairs. So kind of like waiting for everyone else in the hallway.
Hey, Mr. Stubb. Can you set up one of your alarm thingies around this room so no one disturbs Emilia?
Just did. When you close the door, I touch the door and cast alarm on the door.
No worries.
Excellent. That's well done. That way, if anyone comes in here, we will know straight away.
So who have you set it for? So that only you guys don't set it off, or have you set it?
Nope, only so that I don't set it off.
Okay, so if anyone else goes in there besides you, it will activate.
It will activate.
Awesome. So the rest you're now standing outside of Emilia's room. What are you doing?
Maybe we, instead of going down to the pub to have a chat, we should maybe talk somewhere a little more privately where we can't be heard all the time. We have a tendency to say the wrong things in public.
Hey, that's a new idea. Yeah, let's try that. We'll go to our room and actually talk for once.
Maybe I should get some drinks to go then, eh?
Don't you, have beer brewing already?
Yeah, but it takes longer than like a half a day to brew beer.
Well, if you got some water, because
Yeah.
we've got Zadriel again and she can just make wine, that whole TM thing.
Yeah, that's it. Zadriel, do you mind doing that for us? Does it take some power away from you for maybe later stages that we could use?
I can do it if you like.
All right then, I'll get some water. And I go out and I bring back a bucket of water about 5 minutes later, like a whole bucket.
No worries.
I'll go into the room and I don't have my armor, so I guess I'll see Adok polishing my armor. And, I won't say anything. I'll just kind of sit beside him.
Beside who?
Adok.
Oh,
Adok.
Okay. Yeah, he's
I'm not
as
sure
you
what
walk in
to
the
say.
room. Yeah, as you walk in the room, Adok's just he's probably are you sitting on the floor or on the bed? Adok.
Me?
Yeah.
On the floor.
They'd be sitting probably cross-legged on the floor, just wiping down. I'd say he's probably done the shield. He's probably moved on to the hammer, and it's probably a big deal for him to be washing Emilia's blood off this thing. It's probably taking a little longer than it probably should have.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be silent because Zadriel would not know what to really do about that.
Skathis leans into Adok and says, "You missed a spot."
Haddock's just gonna turn and give you a side glance, and then give you the rag, and then stand up and walk away.
Sits down, starts cleaning.
Haddock's just gonna wander over to Zadriel. Obviously, she's very close.
She was sitting right beside him, so he wouldn't have to go on far at all.
He's gonna reach into his backpack. He's gonna grab out Mr. Sticks, and then he's just gonna put it next to Zadriel. And then he's just gonna look at her and say, "I feel like you're probably gonna need this one for a while."
But that is for you, Adok.
Yeah, but wasn't really the bear that gave me the courage, was it?
It was a little bit of the bear.
Nah, I kind of know when someone's cast a spell on me.
Nah. I pat him on the shoulder. But I don't guess anything.
Hey, look, no, to be honest, me trying to clean your equipment is just my way of saying thanks. I don't think we'd probably be alive if you didn't help us, so just keep that in mind, yeah?
That is very nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Have you got 2 gold?
No, but I have this, and I squeeze him really hard in a big old hug, like really, really tight. This is for free.
I'm not in the 2 gold, to be honest.
As this is happening, Carlos walks back in the door with a bucket and 5. He's gotten cups from downstairs from the what's his handle?
Yeah.
The bartender.
Erwin,
a bucket of water and 5 cups.
How to react to Zadriel? Like literally, you probably see Adok struggling because he's not used to being hugged, and he's grabbing onto him pretty tightly.
I'd look around the faces in the room and sort of see who else is reacting to it. If no one else is reacting to it, I wouldn't fuss. I don't think.
No,
So
no one else.
I look at
it
it oddly.
Have I noticed this? Probably.
Well, you're sitting right next to them, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. They're bonding again.
All right then. Okay, so here's the question, and I set the bucket on the ground. I start handing cups out. Are we planning on doing anything crazy again today? Because if so, we probably shouldn't turn this bucket of water into wine and drink it all.
Why do we have to drink it all?
Because we're going to talk as a group of people who need to talk about some stuff. So I figure it could be a few hours. But if we plan on going out and do anything adventure-y, heroic-like, it's probably not best to get trolleyed.
Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't we really technically have done this in Emilia's room so that she can actually be there and be part of the whole, camaraderie,
That's a good idea.
Well, I was more thinking that we let her rest because she needs to rest after the beatdown she just received.
I understand she just took a flogging, but at the same time, it kind of makes, it feels wrong not to involve her in such a...
Good idea. Should we get her in here then? Because this is a bigger room, right?
What? No, her room.
Okay.
Well, yeah, this room's bigger, but I think it's probably better that we go to her room so that she can still rest in her bed. And
all right.
Don't go through the door until I open it.
Okay, I'll pick up the buckets and the cups and bucket and cups, and we'll go through there then. That's fair. I think.
Yeah, come on, adult. Let's go. We'll go do this We got to do it.
Can I get put down now?
Okay.
No, your
No.
mobile tank is here, and she's going to carry you.
Come on. Now put him on my shoulders.
I'm not good with heights. Oh, shit.
The cannon's going to be up there, so you better get used to it. Yeah.
Get used to it now, boy. Come on, Skathis. Yeah, I want to head out and open the door
This
and
is
let
very
everyone through,
demoralizing.
and then shut the door behind everyone.
Okay. So you wait for everyone to walk through and close the door behind them.
Yeah, everyone in, and then shut the door so that the alarm's still active, but not
Okay.
triggered.
Cool. So Emilia, while you're sort of lying there resting, so you're not tired, but you are tired all at the same time. It's kind of weird, and it is daytime, so you're kind of a bit out of it anyway. Everyone returns to your room and places themselves pretty much all around your bed where you can be involved in whatever conversation is about to be had.
Oh God, is it tomorrow already? Feels like 2 minutes.
It's actually been 7, but yeah, let's do this. We're gonna have a, I guess, family meeting.
I put our dog down.
That is better. You're looking better, Emilia, for someone who, had a face squished in. By the way, I was thinking, Zadriel, if you can do that to her, and she's half vampire, imagine what you can do to Strahd. You've, I think, talking to Karnos, I think maybe I should flip my feelings on being terrified of him.
A little bit. Like, he still is powerful, but he's not, what's that word? Deity level or movement.
Invincible?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so my thought is the more people that are afraid of him, the more powerful he becomes. It's like the belief in anything, right?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I guess if we all band together against him, which we're doing anyway, maybe linking to, and I look at Zadriel, maybe if we all sort of link to your deity, you seem to be, well, it seems to work for the most part, but if we all maybe learn a bit more and come together under one belief, maybe we have better chance of taking down this Strahd.
That's a good idea, and I also like the idea of having the belief that we're gonna go home and not die miserably in this place.
Yeah. Though there's always the fallback for the horse business, right?
No.
Horse business?
He wants to get a male horse and a female horse and start a stud farm.
Only if things go wrong and we don't get out of here.
Yeah, because there's no horses here, so he wants to flood the area with horses. I don't get it.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Zadriel, this DM, have you got much teachings or learnings about your deity that maybe I or some of the others can take away to learn from, or something you can teach us?
Do you want to learn about the DM? Well, I'm going to touch the bucket so everyone can get comfortable, and
I'm gonna pull out my water skin that's half full of wine, sit on the bed near Emilia, kick my shoes off, and go, this is gonna take some time.
And Skaith is not going to touch a drop.
so the SMR have devas, and these devas can talk to them while they sleep, or help them in messages. And like many religions that have angels besides the god, the deva is one of those. Kind of like to the thunder Do you know who Lathander is? The Morning Wood, they call
Don't
you?
know.
He's kind of like...
Did you say the Morning Wood?
No. Why is it always about... Never mind.
No, it's just
Anyway.
a great group I travelled with once.
So he worships the sun and rebirth and rejuvenation, and he is against the opposites of death and decay and despair. So this would be good to fight against Strahd, I think, because he is extra powerful against the undead.
So this is DM or Lathander?
Well, this is Lathander, but the DM comes through me.
Does the thunder come after the lightning?
Perhaps I am not the best teacher for you. How much wine have you had?
Well, you did like concave her head in, so you know a little bit of brain damage is possible.
Yeah. So you want us all to believe in Lathander then?
Zadriel starts getting out like a piece of paper and making like a whole flow chart of deities and lines with sub-deities, and starts like this huge talk about DM and religion and rebirth and joy and happiness and all that, which is probably going to take a good 40 minutes straight of just like passing out brochures almost.
And also, don't forget that the DM can also do warm breezes and
yeah.
eastwardly directions.
I've heard dwarfs can do that too, man.
You sure that wasn't someone farting?
No, that was, Zadriel, I didn't tell you, but well, I mean, I did, but I prayed to DM when you went missing, right? And I felt a warm breeze telling us to go where we ought to go, and we found you because of the DM.
So did I. See?
You felt a warm breeze.
Yes.
See, it's
not bullshit.
Yeah, warm breeze. I don't know about dwarves, but he could do warm breeze as well as thunder.
So, if this DM, does he appear to you? Does he come to see you?
Well, before we came to Barovia, I could hear him, but since I've been here, not so much. So,
You say not so much, but that's still right. You do hear him.
Well, I feel him, like the warm breeze. And remember when you were in jail and I did not know how we would work it out, but I just had faith, and the Baron and all this stuff happened. You just have to have faith.
Well, just hang on. And Karnos gets out a scrap of paper from his bag, not a book or anything fancy, just a scrap of paper and like a writing chalk, like a black, like almost like a coal.
Yeah.
And he starts marking. You gotta have faith, right?
Why do you believe in balance, Karnos?
Why do I believe in balance? Because, if you're fighting and you get off balance, you fall over.
So you are afraid if you're off balance, you will fall over? Well, it's the same with faith. You have to have a balance, or you will fall into the darkness. So you
makes sense.
And he scribbles some more on his page.
So, if we have faith like you do, does that mean we've got the powers like you do?
I don't know about that, because I was in the woods when I acquired mine. I don't know how it comes to you.
Right.
Like to be a paladin or something like that. But if he answered you with a warm breeze, it would not hurt to ask him.
Sorry, Fibble, do you believe in a deity or like DM, or do you? I think I may have asked you this, but I cannot remember the answer.
Yeah, believe in Mistra.
You
I
believe
mean,
in Mistra?
No, wrong character. My bad.
I was thinking, shit, that's not Fibbles, is it?
Nah.
And Scaphus, you're a monk. What lord or god or deity do you have behind you? Because monks do that, right? And we've had this discussion before. And you said you don't believe, but the monks you trained under must have, right?
Yes. I chose not to choose any.
Yeah, but what was the main god they believed in when you were training with them? Was it DM as well?
Yeah, it was DM.
Interesting.
Scathus doesn't know that he was. He never offered
So he's
the
just saying
chance
yes
to.
for fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Very odd. Like
yeah,
a miracle. You are the DM too? See, he brought us together for a reason.
No, I
No?
never mind.
ad hoc, prior to believing in the DM yourself, did you have a goblin-like lord or deity that you subscribed to?
Well, apparently, most of my kinfolk believe in like a goblin sort of pantheon-like figure, but you know, that's a bit primitive for me. I'm a bit more of a science believer, interweaving between, you know, the magics of the world and just the science of the world. You know.
Yeah, you're definitely not primitive, are you? You seem to be well ahead of the other goblins I've ever met.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're not slayed and you can make stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't really liked growing up. I can say that much.
And so, not to miss you out, Emily, I know you're tired, but did you have a lord or a god you believed in before this trip?
I did. But I don't think she likes me anymore.
Can you elaborate? What was the name of this being?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I just was curious, that's all. Would you be willing to subscribe to this DM as well?
Not a chance.
It's okay. I mean, can you explain why? Is you? What if this DM could help you? This god.
Being what's happened in the last 24 hours, it might take me a while to trust in them again.
Trust in gods because of what's happened in the last 24. What happened? Oh, you got beat down by. Sorry, yeah, I'm with you now. Okay, and Carlos is still sort of scratching notes on a little scrap of paper that he's kind of run out of room on now. I'm good.
Go ahead.
And I just say I'm good with questions. I've dominated this meeting a little bit. I apologise. Anyone else?
Yeah, I've got a question. I just thought I'd address the elephant in the room. Zadriel.
I am not an elephant.
No, it's like a metaphorical saying. Clearly, you are, you know, a lot bigger than an elephant. But what I meant to say, no, I meant like masculine-wise. You know, I've never seen an elephant. I don't know why. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say really is that you left, yeah? You left us, right?
Yes.
I'm not having a go at you. I'm just saying you left. Pointing as a fact.
Yes.
And that was, you were trying to leave because you were trying to, was it like protect? You've got someone, what?
Everything I was doing was wrong. It wasn't helping anyone. I was bringing everyone down, and I tried to help Emilia and it just didn't work, and I just lost my joy. And then I've had the dream of Emilia, and Strahd was saying that they had Falcon, who I left behind. So I left to find a way to free him.
All right. Well, let me just address one thing that you've just said. I can only speak for myself, but I, for one, as a goblin who almost got hit by someone over there with an axe, I could say that you definitely brought joy to my life, because I would have been dead if it weren't for you. So you're not doing everything wrong. I mean, you've kept me alive so far. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm sure you've touched other people's lives, right, fellas?
Yeah, I second that. One thing, I'm not always right about people. I don't always get details, but you are one of the few who is eager to stand up front and swing a weapon side by side with me, even though I know 100% we don't always see eye to eye. No one in this group really did to begin with. And you haven't really let anyone down. You're always wanting to save someone. That was a heroic deed, wanting to go and save your falcon.
Falcon.
I whisper. Falcon,
yeah.
I whisper it.
Falcon's a
Falcon's
man.
a man.
Oh, I thought it was a model of cart. I'm sorry.
Oh. No.
Still heroic, even more heroic to go and save a man who should be quite capable of saving himself.
Well, I think what we need to do is work together and come up with a plan that Strahd might not know about, perhaps, or maybe another angle we can go. Remember I said there is this Madame Eva in the south?
Yeah.
Well, you know how we had those Taroka cards or something, the fortune cards, and they led us to the book about Strahd and stuff. I thought maybe if we got another reading, perhaps we might find another way to kill him. You think?
And
I think we need to find a lot of ways to kill him so that he doesn't know which way we're going to use.
Yes, we have the
everybody
book,
to
and we have
roll
the
a
other
history check
cards
for me.
that are pretty cryptic, but something about a swamp.
Yeah, can I get everyone to roll a history check for me? At the mention of the Taroka cards.
Also, too, Ismark said beware of Lesaga's hut. It's just a note of that, just in case we go somewhere like that.
It was
Yeah, well, what's that?
I was
What?
not here for that.
Yeah, no, it's when we will go on looking for you.
So everyone over a 15, Skathis, Emilia, Adok, and Fibblestib. Even with Zadriel talking about the cards, and you started talking about the swamp, those of you with over 15, remember you still haven't finished helping Erwin the Martikovs retrieve the last of the 3 seeds, which is said to be in the swamp. But also too, at the mention of the Taroka cards, you also remember that Zadriel talked about one of the cards leading to the swamp as possibly another location for something else that would aid you in your battle with Strahd.
Has anyone got those Taroka cards or written them down? I just had a brain memory about the.
You mean a
You
brain
got-
fart? A brain
no,
fart?
No,
What?
about
A brain memory.
He's
yeah.
not you, Skathis.
Okay.
I wrote them down, and I will leave to
I-
get my backpack and come back.
I think I also made notes on a scrap piece of paper here somewhere.
Yes, so as Zadriel leaves and comes back, do you have your notes there, Zadriel, on them?
I think they were in the sky really far away,
That's
way,
right.
way back.
I've got it.
but
I've got it here.
notes.
I've got it here as well.
I do remember the S mark one.
Yeah. So the card that you were one of the ones that rolled high. So the card that you remember them talking about was the Enchanter. And it basically said, this is a card of power and strength and tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight, which you have since gotten information that with reading the Tome of Strahd, that Strahd fears a sword made from sunlight or something along those lines. The Sword of Light, I think it's listed as in the book. And the reading that Madame Avia gave you when the rest of these guys first came was, I see a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon. The master of the marsh knows of whom I speak. And you also know with your current dealings with Martikovs that the master of the marsh is the former burgomaster of Berez. And you will find him in the ruins of the town hall in the swamps of Berez. In fact, you were told to speak to him directly before rummaging around in the swamps of Berez, looking for whatever you need to find to gain his permission.
It's so Zadriel tells us all about the cards.
Yep.
Right, so one of these readings, right? What was the one that led us to find Strahd's book, the Tome of Strahd?
That
In the
was
Bone Grinder.
Yes.
Yeah, but it was like a card reading for it specifically, yeah.
Yes.
And there was another one, right? That says that we need to go to.
So Zadriel reads off these cards for you as you start talking about it. First card was the Charlatan. I see a lonely mill on a precipice. The treasure lies within, which led you to the book. The second was the thing you seek lies with the dead under a mountain of gold coins, which was the mercenary card. This card, that card was talking about a powerful force of good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. Just read out the sun sword, the sword of sunlight one. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in a battle against darkness. This was the executioner card. Seek out the brother of the devil's bride. They call him the lesser, but he is a powerful soul, and this led you to Ismark. And the final card which was drawn was the mists. This card can't see where evil lurks. The mists obscure all. It was a very cryptic card, but that was all she was able to determine from it.
Alex is going to point out and go, so this reading points directly to Ismark, because he's named the Lesser, right? Ismark the Lesser.
That's right.
So, and then he's going to point to the other one and be like, well, this one says that we should speak to someone of the Master of the Marsh about a great woman that's plucked too soon. We've got to go to the Great Marsh, yeah? That's got to be the old Burgomaster.
So maybe we go there next. Want Emilia as well?
Yeah, that seems like a plan. You guys are putting this together. I like it. It's working. One small 40 to 50, maybe an hour, 15 minutes conversation about the DM and things start piecing together.
I know. If you ever want a dedication, I can perform a ceremony. Which might help.
Does the DM have a symbol?
Well, I show them my shield, which has the sun. So very similar to Lathander's, but it's got the sun coming up rising. It's my clockwork sundial on it.
Is that so? It's like is it like a horizon line with the sun coming up?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Cool.
It's about the time that you were talking about that and talking about the marsh, that you noticed while you were talking there was several rolls of thunder and rain had started. but almost as quickly as it sort of rolled in, it seems to have now stopped. As you sort of look towards Emilia's window, for the first time in the month you've been here in Barovia, it's not sunlight per se, but it's definitely brighter than usual. Still cloud cover, but the clouds are high and thin.
Is that a sign? Is that just me?
It could be the DM. Do you not feel a warm breeze?
I
Roll a
definitely
perception
feel
check.
happier.
The window's closed, so I don't know what kind of warm breeze you're
I
going
got a
to
nat 20.
Nat 20. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm kidding. See who's going to fart. But no, even with a 20, it's definitely brighter outside. The clouds are definitely thinner. I mean, at one point, Adok, as you're looking out the window, you swear you see a hint of blue sky. Just briefly, which is extremely unusual for Barovia.
We have time with the rest of our day. Is everyone happy with this little gathering we've had? Is there anything we need to ask Zadriel or Emilia? I know you're not very happy at the moment, Emilia, but is there anything you need from us, what we can do for the rest of the afternoon till you're ready?
Did she say she is a pet falcon or is a man?
I think she said she knew a man called Falcon.
Oh, sorry, I sort of missed all of that.
Speaking of, what is this pet thing that Feeble has? No?
Oh, yes.
Is it like a... What is this?
Oh, the trash heap, yeah.
It's Matrix. I made it.
Mattress? No.
Matrix.
Why did you make it?
Yes, I made it.
What's it supposed to do?
Stuff. I don't know, really. I'm still working that part out.
At the moment, it's just sitting on Fibble's shoulder, looking around. Whenever someone speaks, it looks at them and blinks a couple of times. Doesn't really do anything at this point. Occasionally twists its head 360 degrees. Randomly.
Wait, it doesn't have a mind, does it? It just cooks and things?
It kind of got a mind. It can
Does
do
it-
stuff.
Does it
It's-
scout?
Yeah, well, I guess so. I think so. Maybe. I only made it yesterday.
Maybe we can use it because Strahd cannot affect its mind to scout out, possibly?
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Maybe.
What is it powered by, Mr. Stibb?
Awesomeness.
Okay.
It's way above your pay grade.
Oh, I've got the highest pay grade here, I think. And it's still above my pay grade. I think I hold all the money.
Yeah, you hold all the money, but me and Odok hold all the knowledge.
Ah, I see. I do
It's-
see how
it's-
this works.
Look, it's powered by the same stuff that Adok's cannon's powered by.
Oh, right. Adok, what's your cannon powered by?
I just gotta look at Fibble and go, yeah, it's it's just it's
Magic, man, magic. Jesus
war-
Christ, what the
war
hell?
winds and stuff.
All right. That's cool. One day I will get the real answer. Does anyone want another wine?
I'm good.
Yeah,
How many wines have been drunk? Just out of curiosity. This conversation's probably taken place backwards and forwards probably over the last hour and a half, give or take.
I probably had a pint. Out of
Yeah.
A pint of wine. Holy crap. That's a lot of
I
wine.
haven't touched a single drop.
Actually, yeah.
Kind of-
Skaith, every time Skaithus is offered a drink, Skaithus just shakes his head. Doesn't say anything, just refuses.
Actually, you had a few the night before.
Did you have a bad experience with wine one time or something?
I hang my head down a bit and look up at Amelia, then hang it back and say nothing.
You know, you can talk about your past. It's okay.
Skaithus had a walk of shame
I was
this
actually,
morning.
yeah, I was
What?
talking to him and he was drinking. He was hard out drinking.
You were drinking last night, but you won't drink with me. What happened? What
Bad things happened. Bad things.
people? What did you do to him?
It wasn't me. For once, it wasn't me.
Doc, give him back his stuff.
Yeah. What?
It wasn't ad hoc.
Carnos.
No, Carlos either.
Stop calling him a woman. He is clearly a man.
Of course he's a man. He's got a giant beard.
Well, I don't know what else could have happened except.
Roll an insight check for me, Zadriel. DC's not overly high, so.
Oh, shit.
Oh wow, yeah. Because Emily is probably sitting half pie up in the bed, probably not being able to help grinning from ear to ear right now.
Only
And-
covering your face.
Yeah. As you sort of look around the room and sort of look at Skaithus, you sort of look at Zadriel, at Emilia, look at the rest of the group, look back at Emilia, you look at Skaithus, and then a penny drops.
Oh God. I need holy water.
And you'll probably notice that I'm completely on the opposite side where Emilia is.
He's probably the furthest away from Emilia he could possibly get in this instance without being rude.
And Zadriel's just going to take the bucket and pour some of it into a glass and just down it.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty much what we did.
all those drinking wine, I need a con save from everybody, please. Emily is not drinking wine as she cannot. That would be obvious by now. So we not Skaithus, Adok, Bibble, Zadriel, and Garnos. Bibble with an 18, Zadriel with a natural 20 for a 27. Oh my god.
Nice. 17 for Carnos.
17 for the Carnos. So you're all feeling pretty good. You got a little bit of a glow on, but you're not feeling sick or anything like that. I mean, you're definitely on your way.
Yeah, we were conversing and drinking. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
It was going down reasonably well.
Yeah. So you're all probably got a little bit of a glow on at this stage. Conversation's flowing well. I'd say that anything that at this stage you're getting to that point where the blur between truth and lies is getting a little muddled.
Well, you know what? It's good that Skaithus is finally, loosened up his tongue and other parts, and he's doing great. I think maybe they're good for each other.
Yeah. She's got red hair. He's got red skin. They've both got red blood.
Babies would be on fire.
Skaithus
Yeah.
moves a little bit forward, back, away.
Even though Skaithus' skin he has red scaly skin, it is clear to see he is extremely embarrassed by the conversation taking place. And extremely uncomfortable.
So Skaithus, if you were to wiggle your tail backwards and forwards while lying on it, would it vibrate?
I'm not going to say a fucking word.
Emilia, you're a druid, right? You can change into things. Why don't you just change into something with a tail and do that yourself?
Oh, that's a good point.
Let's be done.
Do you know any creatures that have long tails that you can transform into?
Oh, I can do some amazing ones. I can turn into an enormous tentacle.
Oh, there you go.
An enormous tentacle, like a octopus.
Oh, just a tentacle. It's a huge beast.
Hmm.
Can reach anywhere in a room.
It would be an Uno.
A point of note, DM Carlos has stopped drinking at this stage.
Right, so I did want to ask a question, Zadriel. When you went to save the person you went to save, did you get all the way to the vampire's castle again?
No, Strahd stopped the wolves from attacking, and when I blacked out, I was in the castle when I came to. So
And then did he say much to you in the castle? Did he? I know you've been over this a little bit with us, but did he offer you anything? Did he show you people he had trapped? Did he mention anything about our previous companion?
I think to the DM, did he mention previous companions? No, he did not.
Actually, give me a second. Let's see here.
He did offer me to join him, and a lot of false promises of power, but
now that you think about it, he did mention Mirabelle at one point. Well, you brought it up. You were delirious after bringing him back to castle, and at one point you snapped at him and said something. What about Mirabelle? What have you done to her? And he simply just said, she's gone home.
that I
You
did
definitely
not question
you
it.
definitely didn't believe him. But he all he said was that she's gone home.
So I relay that, but I say I don't know if gone home means to death or if it means gone home. So I do not know.
You think if it was that easy to go home, he would have just said, "Hey, you guys are here by accident. How about I send you all home?" I don't think that's what he's done.
No, I think he is lying. Or it is a sarcastic pun on his part of something.
When you were fighting for him, you see and know everything that went on in the entire time.
No, I was standing next to him when you were attacked by wolves. I saw that through my eyes, but I did not see anything through his eyes. He controlled where I was to go.
I think what he was getting at was you were able to see and hear everything that was going on as yourself, but you were unable to control yourself, basically.
Right, yeah, that's what I was getting at, yeah.
So you were, and this is probably going to bring up some emotion, but when you were bashing Emilia in the head and laying her on the ground and then bashing her more, you could see that happening, but you had no control over what was going on.
No.
That is an amazing feat of power, is it not?
So, I mean, you knew what was going on, or you didn't know what was going on?
I could see what was going on, but I could not stop it.
Like looking through a window. You were there, but you weren't there.
So she was hitting me when I was on the ground as well.
Yep.
I only remember the first hit. After that, I only remember waking up when we got back to town.
Yeah, well, it was a big hit, right? You know, you would have been fairly unconscious.
Yeah, you're pretty much out of it. Kind of
Yeah,
like Skathis last night.
How does Skathis react at the taunt from Fibble?
Crawls back a little bit further.
Closer to the door?
Yep.
I think Strahd wanted to let you know you could be killed, maybe. He definitely seems set on doing that to you.
Yeah.
I wonder. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. She sort of starts and then stops, like I just did. The thought of it clearly annoys her. Like, it should, but she seems to have taken it personally, sort of.
You can see she's wrestling with something. Like, it's affected her, but it's affected her on a much deeper level.
Right. Is it all right? I might just, and Karnov stands up. I might just go and just take a walk, if that's all right with everyone. Is there anything anyone needs from the shops or anything?
Have we stopped this whole, no one goes anywhere alone, or do we still do that?
No, it's probably a wise idea if someone comes along. I don't mind at all. Just, I'd rather get up and walk around. We've been sitting down for quite some time, and I'm very antsy. My hip gets quite, my hip gets quite stiff. Yes, my hip. After I sit down for too long, I just want to get up and walk around.
I'll go for a walk. I like walks.
Sweet. Carlos gets up and goes for a wander down out by the well there, out the front of the.
So you open the door?
Yeah, Fribble said he opened it.
Oh, Fibble opened it. So you
The
allowed him to
alarm
leave.
actually, I de-spelled the alarm when Zadriel left.
Ah,
Get
true.
her thing up.
Damn, I forgot about that. Okay. No one said it. I had something planned for that. Fuck. Lucky, you got away with it. Anywho, so Carnos leaves. Does anyone else leave?
Yeah, I head back to the other bedroom and start cleaning the rest of Zadriel's armor.
Okay. The Scathus heads back to the room by himself. Carnos heads down to the well. Where is everyone else going? Staying with Emilia or going elsewhere?
I'm going to go with Carnos.
Okay.
To do whatever shopping he's doing.
Haddock, what are you doing?
Adult just turns to Zadriel, and says, "Have you got a map? You've got a map, right?"
I think I still have my map, yes.
Mhm.
And give it to you.
Yeah, great. I'm just trying to work something out. Yeah, that'd be great. Have you got like some chalk or like some, I don't know, like some drawing tools or something?
I can look. What is it you were planning? And I think I have like a writing utensil I give him.
Adult takes it, and he writes down what he remembers from Zadriel saying the reading. He goes, "Well, if I'm correct, we've figured out the charlatan, which is the Tome of Strahd, right? We know where the enchanter is, which is the ruins of Berez. The executioner is Ismark. So, by all accounts and purposes, it's just this sort of sunlight and the mists. But
Didn't we find those bones as well?
yeah, but like what I'm reading is, and what it says is, the thing you seek lies with the dead under mountains of gold coins. That's why maybe if I look at the map, maybe there's like mountains around or something that could resemble gold. I've got no idea. I just thought I'd have a look.
Roll insight for me. Haddock.
14.
10. Sort of mulling it over in your head, sort of rolling it over, sort of rests with the dead underneath mountains of gold. You definitely, mountains, gold, dwarves. No, there's no dwarves here, can't be right. Rest with the dead sticks in your mind. Rest with the dead. Tomb. Grave. Somewhere.
I don't know why, but something about the dead in a tomb kind of sticks my head out. This makes sense to you. Do you get like the dead in a tomb bit? Is there like a massive graveyard around somewhere? Does
Is
anyone-
there a massive graves where the undead go to Strahd every night? Like that? Or you're thinking more like a tomb hidden away somewhere?
Zadriel, roll a history check for me.
Oh my god.
Nat 20
A
again.
natural 20. So, the Adoc's correct. The charlatan referred to the windmill. You found the Tome of Strahd. The mercenary, which is the card that tells of a powerful force for good and evil, the symbol of great hope. The thing that you seek lies with the dead under a mountain of gold coins. Lies with the dead, gold coins. This plays over and over in your head. Catacombs. Tombs. Ravenloft. You've seen mountain of gold coin. Not gold coins per se, but treasure, things, and a tomb sealed beneath Ravenloft. Strahd took you there, showed you where his parents were buried. He saw other tombs. It's kind of hazy. It's the memories in and out. It's sort of fuzzy around the edges. You're not entirely exactly sure where within the castle it is, but you believe what this card refers to lies within Ravenloft itself.
I relay that to Adak, and I think this means the tombs in Ravenloft where his parents were buried. That would be the perfect place to hide something like that.
Sorry, what?
It's going to be very hard to get that.
Oh, you don't say. Just
Yeah.
yeah, like the main castle.
Just a little.
Yeah.
So what's hiding in the castle?
Right. So what it says here,
Didn't you leave
know,
with Arnos, Phil?
Have we left?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
There's not here anymore.
Yeah, so you're outside, dude.
So you're telling me that this all-powerful weapon, right, of pure sunlight, which we all know vampires don't like going in the sun. They also don't like garlic and steaks and fire. This sword of sun, whatever that is underneath Strahd's castle.
No.
In a tomb.
Holy symbol is what this one refers to. One that refers to the sword of the sword made of sunlight is in the ruins of Berez. That much you've already figured out.
I thought that was the chance. I was so confused.
No.
All right, Adoc's confused. I'm confused. My brain hurts.
Well, we've already done a lot of impossible things, so he won't be expecting us to do it, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, I feel like it might be amusing for him. He probably expects us to do this anyway, to be honest. It's like a little challenge. It's like, yeah, of course, you know. It's like a cat playing with its food before it decides to strike at it. It's, you know, it gives it a glimpse of hope that it can survive, and then it squashes it. But no, that's fine. I'm absolutely fine. That's cool. It's great. We're gonna do fine. You and me, we got this. Can I get Mr. Sticks back?
Yes, I think you need to hold your bear.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Even cats get lazy, Doc. And plus, we've killed cats before, unfortunately.
Yeah, but
Yes, you
like
have.
not cats with sharp, pointy teeth that like to drink blood. But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, let's maybe put that one on the back burner. Let's just maybe, you know, we'll just go to Berez first.
And
If you two have got this, then you guys can just do it this afternoon, and we'll see.
So is Carl? Don't need to talk to him anymore? You two are a couple now. I mean, Is that
Who are
Are
you
you-
talking to about who?
you and Skethos, Emilia? Are you an item, I guess? Don't need to tell Carl to come by anymore.
Oh, Carl. I thought you said Carlos.
Well, you know, take your pick.
Truth be told, nothing really happened. He just sort of fell asleep. And so did I. And that was it.
So we think something happened?
I'm starting to get that vibe. Though I should probably come clean. Not that he'd believe me if I told him.
Zadriel's just laughing.
Anything else you guys wish to discuss before we switch over to what Karnos and also we're up to?
Actually, I'd like to talk to him. So if you guys are leaving, then I'd love to talk to him alone.
Come on, Adok. Let's talk to Mr. Sticks and get out of here.
Scathus is in the other room already. He
Yes,
left.
I know. They'd have to go get him.
They would.
Skethos, your lover is calling. Go in.
So with that, I start trying to shine the armor.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
if he shines that armor anymore, he's going to go blind. But he is furiously polishing your shield. It almost so much so that if he polishes it any harder, he's going to polish the steel right off it. He definitely is not interested in leaving that room right now. I would leave you guys there for a moment. We're going to switch over to Karnos and Fibblesib. So Karnos and Fibble, you're back down at the well. You've headed outside. And as you get outside, you do notice as you sort of look up, and it is a lot brighter than usual. Still cloud cover, but not as dark and dingy as it normally has been in the time that you've been in Barovia so far. It just feels it feels lighter for some reason, whether it's just a break in the weather or whether it's the DM, you're not 100% sure. But it just definitely feels a lot lighter today.
Maybe the sun's up above those clouds somewhere, Phil.
Wow, it kind of makes sense that the sun's above the clouds. It would be awfully hot if they were underneath.
Yeah, like you. You're a bit of a joker, eh? So I've got a few things I'd like to get if you're happy to come for a wander.
Yeah, I'm always up for a wander. I'll try to get some more flasks, I'm thinking.
Yeah, me too. Flasks is one thing because once my still is ready, I need some water and some stuff to put it in, and maybe a barrel or two, and flasks are handy to drink from. I need a few other things too. DM, not the god, the person.
Well, it's one of the same thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. I really just want a few minor things I don't have to roleplay out. Really, just give me a price for them. I want to get 5 torches. I don't know what rations are worth here, but 10 days of rations if I can.
Okay, so let's see on my list of things here.
And I will chat with Fibbleston on the way back. I just thought if we get the stuff out of the way first, don't have to roleplay picking up garbage.
So you're looking at
Make it 12 days worth of rations.
There you go, 12.
rations. So rations worth 60 silver each, and from the merchant here. So they're definitely more expensive than you used to.
That's right, 12 times 60 silver, yep.
And torches, about the same, about 60 silver each.
Okay, 5 times 60 silver there.
What do you want the torches for?
Well, it's all right if one of you casters is around and can light up something. but I do not see so well in the dark.
Right,
So if you are
do-
not around,
I pull out a lantern. Right, do you want this? And I've got one flask of oil. I go, and this instead? You just got to buy oil then.
now what happens is when I get into a soiree or a back and forth with an enemy, I can use the torch as a weapon. That lantern will smash.
Yeah, and it hurts a lot more. And the oil can, catch a light. Yeah, it hurts a lot more. But that's okay. If you're on torch.
Yeah, you hold on to that lantern. That might come in handy. Yes, and after ball bearings.
Ball bearings. I don't think I have ball bearings on my list. I'll have to bring up my other list.
It's a general list. I think they come in 1,000.
Yeah. I didn't put that into my vendor, so he might not even have any. So just
He may not have any. That's fine.
I would say no, he doesn't have any. Doesn't seem to carry. His stock's very limited here, even for Valaki. You get the impression by looking over what wares the merchant has that it's very limited. A lot of stuff's being used, probably taken from other adventurers maybe that have been in and out of Valaki trading and stuff, but it's very sparse.
That's fine. What about screws?
Probably not from a general merchant. You'd probably have to look for a builder. And what sort of screws you're looking for?
Just small pointy screws.
Small pointy screws? Just wood screws? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd have screws.
It would be nails and
More
that would be
nails,
blacksmith.
You probably have to go see Grigori, yeah.
Okay, and acid. Vial of acid.
That would be
Vials?
from the... You'd probably get that from an alchemist. There is an alchemist here in Valaki. They don't carry a lot of stuff, but you can get a small vial of acid, but that's going to cost you about 4 gold. Again, very few and far between for these kind of items.
Cool. So in the alchemists, how many vials of acid would he have?
Just the one.
Just the one? I will buy one, and that's what? 4 gold.
4 gold, yeah.
And is there anything you need from alchemist, Fibble?
What the alchemist tells you is we don't carry a lot of this sort of thing, but Vistani, they travel in and out of Rofia. They are more likely to have these kinds of items.
Okay, that's all good.
Just some more flasks, like another 8 flasks.
Oh yeah, flasks. I forgot about that. Make it 16 flasks.
He only has 4 left, so you'll be able to buy the 4 that he has.
Okay, Fibble stuff. You can take those because I can.
And they will be a gold apiece.
Okay. 4 gold for flasks. I'll get all this on the.
And the coffin
account.
maker will also have nails. Thank you, Auntie. I forgot about that.
I will go to, if we've done here, I'll just head to the blacksmith. I'll look for caltrops then instead of ball bearings or nails. Yeah, like spikes that you throw on the ground for horses.
It doesn't seem to carry those either, unfortunately.
Nothing like that? Okay.
But you're going to go see the blacksmith or the coffin maker for the nails?
Fibble, coffin maker. Sounds like a good place to go, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think you'd really want to sell you his nails. Because he kind of needs them for his business.
That's true. And I don't know how hard it will. Well, maybe it can't hurt to ask, right?
Yeah, but he'll tell you where you can get some. If he talks to you at all, because I think the last time we talked to him, he was a right old prick.
No, that was the cart guy. I don't think we've ever talked to the coffin maker, have we?
Yes, you have.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
You guys roughed him up when you went looking for the bones of St. Andrew.
Oh, that's right. We did too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I think we might want to stay away from him.
Well, I don't mind. We don't have to talk to him at all. It's one of those small things.
Well, at the same time, I did give that blacksmith pretty cool plans last time, and I'd like to see how he's going along with it.
All right, let's catch up with him then.
Yeah.
So we head over to the blacksmith's.
All right, so you head over to Grigori's, to a blacksmith. And why is my shit not working? Here we go. So you head over to Lucresh and Sons, and Grigori's there as usual working the forge. And as you approach, he recognizes you and puts down his hammer and whatever he's working on, sort of rubs off his hands on his apron and comes out saying, "Good morning, or afternoon. Sorry, I've been very busy. What can I help you with today?"
Hello, Grigori.
Oh, hello,
How's the
hello.
plans go for you?
Oh, yes, very good, very good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, as I said, I got a similar setup back at my place, but yeah,
It works very well, thank you.
yeah, it does.
Forge,
My
super
friend-
hot.
Yeah, my friend here is after some nails. I don't think he wants like big nails. He just wants little nails.
Yeah, just some little nails and a plank of wood, really. I should have grabbed a plank of wood from before, but I can find that anywhere.
Little nails, about this long, and he sort of holds his hand up like half an inch type thing, or you looking something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no, that's about right. Yeah.
I do not. We do not generally deal in small things like this, but I can probably cut down some of existing now. If you come back
what
in an
size
hour,
of what you got?
we've got big ones, about this long,
Oh, I'll take those then. That's fine. I don't have to be cut down.
and they're just basically a hammered forged nail, about an inch and a half. They're pretty thick. Like they're not super thin nails, but they're generally used for building purposes. So they're a solid hammered forged nail.
Cool. How many can I get for how much?
He sort of looks at you guys and sort of looks at Phyllis and says, I'll tell you what. You have a box of 40 nails for free of charge. You help.
Wow.
You help with the forge and get forge hot. I give you nails.
That's a top thing to do, mate.
See? Yep. Good man. Very good man. Good for business. All right. Are we done?
Yeah, I was just really after this. I was just going to visit the church, but and we head out of the door and walk and talk if that's cool to you.
Yep. No problem.
If it's all right, you don't mind heading to the church, Fibble, would we?
I'm not fussed about churches. They're buildings.
Yeah, I was just going to go and visit the priest there and have a chat to him quickly. Nonetheless, that thing that Zadriel does, where she strikes an enemy and there's that great emblazoning light, did you do that with her shield?
No, no.
That's not you.
She told me one time, well, it wasn't her, it was her grandmother told me about it one time. It's called Smite. Something.
Smite?
Yeah, it's something they get from their god. It's like the god kind of just puts a finger behind that. I don't know. Weird.
So she says, oh, hey, DM, make my weapon able to smite said person. That sounds very...
Yeah.
That's
Although, you know, I also made it, so, yeah.
You made the weapon?
Oh, yeah, I made that. I made that and the shield. Both mine.
Oh, I thought you just made the shield. You made the weapon too. That's impressive.
It's made of clockwork. Like, how could you not tell that? Sometimes.
Well, I mean, I
just
could
don't
see it was
fucking hear
crazy,
them.
but... So what does the hammer do that's clockwork? Does it bend its own head? Like...
Well, see that inside there. I'll dumb it down for you. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good.
The clockwork inside of it has a spring. So as she's swinging it, the spring tightens up. So on impact, it has a little bit more of a punch.
Well, that's awesome.
If you were a hammer guy, I could make you something like that too. But yeah.
Oh no, I'm not really into hammers. I like to cut things, not so much smash things. But yeah, it's impressive. I'm quite happy with Victor, my axe at the moment. The one we found. It does the job quite well. I haven't had much trouble with it at all.
Yeah, it's a good axe actually. Yeah, magical. So it's pretty fucking potent stuff. I don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah,
I'll get
that's
there.
yeah. No, and what you've done for me already is impressive. I mean, even just making that, and I pointed at the owl, even just making that thing, it goes beyond anything I've seen before. I mean, I've seen some clockwork weird stuff, but not directly sort of with us, flying around looking like it's alive.
Yeah, I'm really proud of this. Yes. Masterpiece. But
what do you call it? Maggots.
Matrix.
Matrix.
Okay.
Right.
The reason, okay, because there's a like a matrix of stuff, you know, through the wings and everything. So yeah,
What's a matrix?
I don't have that much time to explain it to you.
Oh.
By this time, you would have made it from the blacksmith to the church. With your discussion backwards and forwards, it's not that far from the church to the blacksmith, so it only takes you about 40 minutes.
Cool.
And you see the church coming up in front of you. And
Say that.
just to give you guys an idea, that is the church that you see in front of you.
Cool.
And to give you an
That's
even
really
better
homey.
idea, now switch over to the church scene as you approach the church.
So, Mr. Stibble, I have to go inside to talk to, and I got his name here somewhere.
Yeah. What? Well, you don't
Lucian Petrovich.
Petrovich, that's
You
it.
don't want me to go in? Or...
Oh no, I'll just if you're not fussed, that's fine. You said you weren't fussed about churches before.
Yeah, it's Scathus that doesn't like.
Oh sweet. Oh, come on in there. No hassle. You might
Yeah.
like this actually.
Okay.
And I roll on in and I say, excuse me, Father Petrovich.
And as you walk in through the big double doors, you see Father Petrovich. He's there. There's a bunch of youngish children. This is Father Petrovich. I think I've shown you guys before, but to refresh your memory, he's there with Miljovich, the young guy that you spoke to during the Bones incident. He's there helping with another bunch of kids, and they're sort of talking to them. And as the doors open, he looks up, sees you. Come in, please.
Hi, yeah.
What can I help you with today?
Well, you were kind enough to bless some water for me and give me some holy water last time I was here. I still have 2 vials of that, actually.
Yes, of course.
I was wondering, and I pull out the vial of acid from my backpack. I was wondering if you could do the same with this.
I am not. This is not water.
No, it's acid. So, holy acid, I was thinking, would be a nice weaponized addition to the holy water system.
I'm not sure I can do this. Give me a moment. And he heads back through a door at the back of the church. Comes back with a book. Looks like a holy book or something. It starts flipping through the pages. And he sort of looks at you for a bit, and he says, "I'm sorry, I do not think I can bless acid. Water, yes. I'm
Okay,
not sure acid would work."
It's all right, it's worth a try. And I pull out the box of nails. I'm like, and are you able to bless nails?
You would be able to bless them yourself with holy oil, I would think.
Oh, so if I put holy water over these, that will bless. Oh,
Oil would work better.
holy oil. Right, can I get some holy oil from you then, sir? Please.
Sure. One moment. I'll see if I have some lying around. And he heads back to his chambers. About 2 or 3 minutes later, you hear from where you are. You can hear it rummaging around through a box. Maybe you hear the squeaky lid of a chest opening, and he comes back and sort of with a small vial blows it, and this puff of dust comes off. Thing looks like it probably been sitting in a chest or something for a long time, and hands it over to you. He says, "This is about all I have. If you were to maybe bring some oil, I could bless the oil, definitely. But this is all I have, and it's probably enough for maybe 2 applications on a dagger or a bow, but if you're going to treat some nails, you'd probably be able to do maybe a dozen nails with it.
Okay, a dozen nails. Cool. Excellent, Father. And here, a donation, and I hand him 4 gold.
Thank you very much. You are always welcome here. This mark speaks highly of you, and so does Irina. She is very well. She's almost ready to travel and move around.
Oh, that is excellent.
I'm trying to convince her to stay in
still
Valaki,
good.
but yes. Sorry, Fibble. What was that?
Ismark was saying that she was doing better.
Yes, she's doing very well. She's getting bored of hanging around at the church and wishes to leave. But I'm trying to convince her to stay in the walls of Valaki because outside she is still vulnerable to Strahd, I think. But she is stubborn and very capable. I'm sure she will be able to look after herself.
That's good news, isn't it, Mr. Stirb, really?
Yeah, we do good work.
We do. Tell me, Father Petrovic, what god, what deity do you, well, I don't know what the word is. What lord do you praise here?
We are St. Andrel, the bones that you recovered.
Oh, that's right, yeah. And so that St. Andrew is a god?
Andrel, with an L, not Andrew.
Oh, sorry, it's
sorry,
my accent.
accents are pretty thick. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
mine too.
He worshipped the Morning Lord himself, but we have not seen.
He worshipped the Morning Wood too.
We've not seen sun here in some time. Many decades.
Yeah. Is any chance? Do you guys, when you with your deities and whatnot, do they talk to each other?
I'm sure they probably do. I mean, there are a lot of deities in the world.
Have you ever heard of DM?
No, not until you and your friends arrived, and Zadriel, she worships DM, does she not?
Yeah. Have you ever considered changing from St. Andrew to DM?
I do not think so.
No? DM seems to be quite powerful.
St. Andrew has protected us for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. If his bones are doing the job, that's fine. But if ever you have any trouble and the bones aren't working, they tell us, we're trying to work out, what we're thinking is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Stib, if we all band together under one total power, we think we can sort of, for lack of a better term, wish away Strahd. Not make him disappear, but take power from him if people believe in something better than him.
Well, we do not all have to worship same God to believe this. If we are working together with a common goal, I think this will be achieved as well.
You're right, that makes sense, yeah.
But if you wish to follow DM, and if this is your path, then hey, I think this is good.
Yeah, I think I might. If I'm thinking about following this DM and subscribing to what he has. I kind of like the guy. Fibble, you think he's all right?
I haven't had any issues with him.
But this is good. If you are considering putting your faith in a higher power, then maybe you are a match for Strahd. And people will gather behind you if you are not afraid. You have done good things here in Valaki already. People here are less frightened and less down and sad. They seem happier. The Baron seems to be not as much as a prick as he normally is.
Yes, we did teach him not to be a dick.
This is good.
He's definitely a better person now, right? He's coming across that way, right?
Oh, he's still a bit of an asshole, but he's better.
Look, he is a good person. It's just he was doing what he thought was right until someone else like bit it into his head that what he was doing was counterproductive.
He was doing what he thought was right. He was afraid, just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
But as we say, since you have arrived, people are less afraid.
He's kind of a good guy all along, just going about it the wrong way.
He wanted to be a hero but couldn't. There you go.
Yes, like myself and you, Mr. Stubb, and our crew of wonderful adventurers who are heroes now.
Well, you are definitely heroes to many people here in Valaki. They speak highly of you.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Father. You've been quite enlightening for this trip. I do appreciate everything you do for us.
And I appreciate your continued assistance. And he
Here.
sort of nods to you with the gold in his hand and goes to turn.
I hand him another 4 gold and say, and this is just to help out with the food around the people who can't afford some.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And they will also.
And that's it.
And with that, he turns and you leave the church, and we'll leave you guys there for a moment, and we'll head back over to the inn where Skathis is polishing Zadriel's armor. Zadriel and Adok have just returned to the room, and with Emilia's wish to speak to Skathis.
Skathis! You are being called to in the other room.
Then you can come with me.
I was gonna talk to Adok maybe about names for the group or
Fine,
something.
both of you come with me.
I don't really want to be a part of it. Adok? Hello?
Yeah, you know, I feel like Emily is starting to branch out and talk to other people, and you know, I feel like you and her should get to you should relish the fact that she wants to speak to you on an individual basis.
Yes, communication is important. Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you want me
Get
to
in
make sure
there.
no one goes in the door, let me know.
I don't know what happened, but I was in her bed. I woke up.
What? This is not a confession, or DM does not work that way. You just go in and talk to her, and you know you'll find out what happened.
Yeah,
Don't
like,
you want to know?
we're all grown ups here. It's fine. Like whatever you just want to do, it's purely, you know, there's hard times in Barovia. You get lonely. I get it. I understand. So.
I don't give him your bear. Oh, you can.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I want to.
Okay, now you know what? I'll get you your own. So
Yeah, great. Yeah.
go on.
Uh,
And Zadriel's pushing him out into the hallway and shutting the door.
Do you resist Skathis?
no, not really.
So eventually you're sort of poofed out into the door, into the hallway, and the door is shut behind you, leaving you standing in front of Emilia's door.
I turn around and look at the door that just closed and just shrugs shoulders, head down, walked over the door.
Knock on the door.
Knocks on the door, yes.
Man.
Skathis enters, head down, looking at his feet.
Emilia rubs a patch of bed next to where she's saying, come have a seat.
Is there any furniture that's not the bed?
There is a second bed next to hers in that room. There is a chair and a table,
I'll
but
sit
they're
on the
not
chair.
they're not close to the bed. They're sort of
That's fine. I'll sit
10,
on the
10
on
or,
the chair.
10 or so feet from them.
Look, about the other night.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it to happen.
Yeah, I think that I'm the one who should probably be sorry.
Why? What did I do? Did I do something wrong?
And she rubs her stomach and says, I'm having a baby.
And with that, I've got to the stables. Just
with that, Emilia, Skathis gets up, looks at you, wide-eyed, completely freaked out, and just turns and leaves the room.
I don't know whether you'll hear her yelling, "I'm joking," as you're running down the stairs, but
I'd say you would hear it as you sort of running. I mean, you're not really running, but you're moving at pace down the hall, and you'd hear a call back after you that she was joking. Do you stop? Do we carry on?
Carry on.
He does not return. Where is Skathis going?
The stable.
He's going to the back of the inn, to the stable.
Yep.
Up to the loft.
No, just
in the center of the stable.
One of the stalls. Any of them.
Okay. And you're just going to sit there and rock backwards and forwards.
Yep.
And that's where you stay for the time being.
when the other people come back, they'll sort of walk past Emilia's room and hear her giggle and say "ow," and then giggle and say "ow," and giggle and say "ow."
Can you hear the door slam as he's running out, or foot's like, how hard are you running?
Did you slam the door, or did you just leave?
I just opened the door and legged it.
Okay. So you'd probably hear hurried footsteps, definitely,
Yeah.
on the landing. And it would have only been minutes after he left the room. So, yeah, so if you guys wanted to react to that, you could.
Yeah, Adult would perk up, try and like pift Zadriel's hammer and shield to her, but probably can't lift it and try and run out the door.
So as you open the door, you'd probably see Skathis disappearing at the top of the stairs and heading outside. So he's well ahead of you, and he's a lot faster than you. So
Adult's just gonna run and like dart into Emilia's room and check if what's happening there.
And the moment you get out, you'd hear what Emilia was like. She'd be giggling and then saying "ow" as you walk into the room. What does he see as he walks in the room, Emilia?
Emilia's basically sitting upright with a huge grin right across her face.
And she's giggling, but she's also still in quite severe pain. So yeah, that explains the whole giggling and owl thing.
Do you know what frightens me the most, Emilia?
Wolves?
You've just made a literal spawn of the devil run sprinting down the stairs. I don't know what you did, and I don't want to know, but just stay there, all right? And Adult's just going to back away slowly.
So with that, as you back out of the room, do you go back to Zadriel?
Oh, yeah. Is Zadriel with Adok, or?
I am in the hallway with my shield and hammer, waiting.
Probably with a kind of confused look on her face.
Everything okay?
I've got no idea. I really don't. Probably should find out what's going on with Skathis. He ran really quickly away, and Emily is just smiling.
Did he get bit or something?
I don't know. She's just smiling.
I'm going to run for... well, I wouldn't know. I would run downstairs to see, look for him.
So as you skirt the landing down the stairs, by this stage, yeah, he's moving at a reasonable pace. So by the time you get to the bottom of the stairs, he's nowhere to be seen.
When did you see Skathis Red run away from here, outside or something?
Who are you talking to?
When the
You'd have to go inside for that.
Oh, I went outside, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh.
The stairs that lead from your guys' room leads to the exterior of the inn out the front.
I will round around the building. Skathis, are you there?
You would hear Zadriel Skathis from where you are as she's skirting the building, because the stable was on the directly back of the building.
I don't know if she'd be able to hear it, but I'm going there. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible.
I'd say you probably would hear him because if you're going around the building looking for him, knowing you probably couldn't have got too far in that short space of time, as you get round to the stable door, which is partially open, you would hear mumbling coming from the inside as he's just in one of the stalls, and it kind of sounds like Scathus. You're not 100% sure, but someone sounds distraught, and I think Zadriel, regardless of who it was, probably investigate anyway, being who she is.
Following me, or
No, Adult would be keeping a close watch between Emilia and the door.
Scathus, are you in here? Is that you? And if I see you, I'm going to kneel down next to you.
Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible.
Well, it happened, apparently, one night. So you just have to live with it.
No.
What?
No.
What did she say? What's going on?
She's pregnant. Not possible. Not probable.
She's a what now?
Pregnant. Not possible. No, can't happen. Nope.
When did you two make the demon love? Last night? No?
Think so, not sure.
Did your parents talk to you about how long it takes?
Parents? What are parents?
Okay, she's probably not pregnant yet.
What? What do you mean not yet? What?
Also, she told me it was. Oh, but you should talk to her.
She told me she was pregnant. Nope, not possible.
She's kidding with you.
She's what now?
I think she is probably lying to you. Maybe you should talk to her.
No, never again.
I don't think tales work that way. Skaters. You know what? I'm going to buy you a biology book at the store and we will fix this right up.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay here now.
I will sit with Skathus until they come back from their shop.
So yeah, it'll probably, you'd be out there for a little while. Carnos and Fibble, you would return from the church, heading back to the inn. As you get back and head up towards the room, you'd probably notice Adok standing out on the landing with Zadriel's shield and hammer sort of leaning up against him because he wouldn't be able to lift the damn things. Just standing outside between the two doors, sort of waiting for someone to come back, and you'd see Carnos and Fibble come back up the stairs.
Carnos, Fibble.
Yeah.
I think Emilia's done something to Scathus, like literally terrified the shit out of him. I don't know what it is, but it's not good. I swear I saw him turn from red to pink.
Where are they now?
I don't know, but I can't move with this hammer and shield laid upon me. Like, I'm stuck.
Fibble, I think maybe talking to Scathus is your territory.
Okay. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, me either. Well, I can lift this stuff off Adok. Here, and I just pick the shield and hammer out of Adok's hands.
Yeah, great. Thanks. That's oh jeez, that's heavy.
It's weighted quite well actually. They're fairly similar.
Yeah, it really isn't that heavy at all.
I mean, look at me. I'm like, skin and bones. It's heavy, all right. I play a flute. Come on, Jesus.
True. You do play a flute. All right. I'm gonna go. Well, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna
You just
go.
want to look, maybe just pop out and look for Scapus and see if he's around somewhere nearby.
Okay, where's he?
I believe she ran off to find Scapus, and that's why she dumped her stuff with me.
All right, can you send that message thing and try to find out where she is?
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
Genius.
Yeah. That's
Genius.
I didn't figure that. I was just more shocked about the scenario and being stuck.
I was waiting for it.
No, keeping character. That's
I was gonna send message to Zadriel. You just gotta hear tentative, just Adolf's voice going, is everything alright? Do you know where are you?
Question again. Do you hear what I'm saying, or do I have to talk to you in my head?
I think it works both ways. If you say it out loud, it'll be transmitted back to him if you're replying to him. But you can do it telepathically without saying anything if you wish. I think it's purely up to you.
So as I'm talking to Skatus, and that is what is called a placenta. And then, oh, hang on. He's in the stables. I've taken care of everything. He looks a little nauseous, but he's fine. You guys can come down if you want. And then next, and I keep going.
And that's the message you receive.
Alright, so something about a placenta, and he's in the stables. And that's it from Zadriel. He's in the stables, talking about placentas.
I think you're muted. Oh no, there you go. No, you're okay, Carlos. It was like,
I was waiting for Fibble to answer, but I don't know. He might have crashed.
I think Fibble might have died.
So, alright.
Looks like both of them have.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. How about we just leave them talking about that then? I'll put these weapons in our room and lock a door.
Might have lost power.
How about, maybe I want to go out. DM,
Yes.
is there a place for training that I've seen around here, like a wooden dummy or something like that?
Not that you've seen, no.
Yeah, carry out.
Bugger.
Yeah.
So they're completely out or just brown out?
Don't know, just said power out.
To see if they're going to come back, because if they're not going to make it back, we'll probably end it here. Or around here. Just to...
Yeah.
be safe.
While we're waiting,
Yeah, you carry on.
I'll pop Zadriel's gear in the room, and then I'll pop outside. Now, on the way back from the church, now I would like to pick up a couple of small planks too. I mentioned before.
Yeah. You'd probably be able to find something lying around that would serve your purposes
Yeah.
without too many hassles.
Just like a fence paling.
Yeah.
So I'll grab a couple of those. Anyway, so I'll get out the back and I'll have a look around for a tree stump or something if there's no training dummies.
Well, if you were to go to the stable where Zadriel and Skaters currently are, you'd probably find something there. Or if you wanted to go towards, actually, if you headed towards the western gate.
Yep.
I'll
get Adolf to come along. I'll say, Adolf, do
Be
you
up
want to
on
accompany
it,
me?
yeah. If you headed back up towards the church, there's a bit of a stand of trees by the church, which would have probably something that would suit your purposes.
Cool. Adolf, do you want to accompany me? I've got an idea.
Yeah, right, yeah. Of course. Something to get. Yep.
And so we wander over to these trees, however long it takes us.
Yeah.
And I explained to him on the way, actually.
So I bought these nails and these planks and some acid and some holy oil. And I got this plan of next we're in a battle with wolves and creatures or anything of the type that's chasing us. If I pre-nail some nails into some planks and smother them before I biff them down on the floor with some holy oil or holy water, it can be lit up on fire, or holy water in general can just go through the feet of whatever creatures are chasing us. You get what? When we were on the cart and we were getting chased down, I could have dropped some of them. That would have been bloody painful because the nails were stuck in their feet, right? And then they'd have had these nails in their feet with like holy oil. That fibble could have lit up. I'm thinking that, or acid. I've managed to get a vial of acid too. I'm a bit worried that might acidize and melt the nail and wood. I'm not totally stupid, but that's sort of what I'm thinking.
So you want to put the nails in the plank and then smother the plank in the holy oil? What?
Yeah, so the nails will stick through the plank. Because I'll get a few in a row then, you see? Like so if someone runs across it, they're not going to just miss a nail. They might get another one. And then I'm going to put some holy water or holy oil on it. So when they step on it, they're like, this thing is stuck to my foot. And then you or Fibble can like fire a firebolt. And then it can be like, there's holy oil burning my foot. And it's holy because I'm an undead or whatever type of creature I am. It's burning. Oh, and because of this fire, it's burning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's I like how you're using you're a tactician. I like it. One question though.
Yeah.
What if they step around it, like the plank of nails?
Yeah, I mean that's possible, right? I mean, what if you shoot a firebolt and miss someone? It happens. What I'm thinking is if you lay a few down that they don't know about, i.e., under leaves or, off the back of a wagon when it's in full tit, like we were being chased, they wouldn't have much of a chance to avoid him, right?
You know what? That's actually a pretty smart idea. So what we need to do it? Have you got all the stuff, or do you need?
Yeah. I've got the planks, I've got the nails, I've got the holy oil. But what I wanted to do, explain that too. But see these trees here? Now we get up to the trees, I hope.
Yep. Why then you would?
This DM business. Talking to Zadriel before in the room, you was all there. She said you just have to believe, right? Believe, well, as much as we can. At the moment, I'm a bit wary, but you seem to believe a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, I found Zadriel, didn't I? I prayed to him or her.
So I'm thinking if we come over and I sort of get within arm's reach of the tree and I pull out my axe and shield and I'm like, I want to try that thing that Zadriel does, right? Where she prays to the DM, then she strikes and like a holy light erupts. I'm going to see if I can do that to this tree. And so I look up and I'm like, you chant with me, DM, be with me. Is that what we're supposed to say?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I'll do whatever. I'll just put my hands up.
How did you do it? Yeah. Oh, hands up. Oh, I've got my weapon and shield, right? So, yeah.
Well, I feel like if we both look up, and I feel like I was kind of just like putting as if there was someone in the clouds, in the sky, as if the clouds were the person I'm asking. And I said, basically just asked him a question, really. If it was real, she real.
Oh,
maybe you could do the same.
Yeah, I mean, Tactician 101, don't look away from your enemy. If I look up at the clouds, I'll get my head cleaved. So maybe I'll imagine the clouds as I'm looking at the enemy, and then I'll try. I'll ask, please, DM. She's going to take a long time if I'm trying to fight someone, though, right? Please, DM, aid me in this. And I hack at the tree, and nothing happens.
Rolled a hit.
Rolled a hit.
Yep.
I'll get there in a second. There we go. Pew. Oh, it's a really good hit on the tree.
That was a pretty good hit on the tree. Also roll a d6 for me.
One d6. Roll. Deuce.
As you think about the DM, you ask the question, you bring your axe up and you slam it into the tree, and it buries. It's a good sharp axe, and it lodges itself into the tree, and nothing happens.
All right. Okay. It's a start. We're learning, right?
Yeah. Maybe you need to try. Like when I was talking to DM, I felt a warm breeze. I keep going on about it, but maybe you need to wait for a warm breeze first.
Yeah, do you think Zadriel's waiting for a warm breeze every fight we have? Or is she getting herself downwind
Maybe she's like creating her own warm breeze with like the swinging of her hammer.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I move around the trees so I can feel, because there's always mist and wind as well. Light breeze, right?
It's always a bit of a light breeze. It's normally pretty rainy and wet and wind generally. So today seems to be the exception, however. It's definitely a little warmer and a little brighter than you.
I sort of move around the tree till I feel like maybe the wind's more at my back. What there is of a breeze is at my back, and I do the same thing. Please, DM, I ask you to help me smite this tree, and I back in the tree again.
I'm not going to make you roll again.
I roll a nat 1 anyway.
I mean, it still hit the tree. The tree's AC is going to be like 6 or something because it ain't moving. But you strike at the tree again and roll a d6.
D6. 5.
Still nothing happened.
Well, I'm just going to keep this up, Haddock. This might get boring for you. You know where I am if you need me, unless you want to sit here and watch.
What I'm thinking, sort of like how ritual is, the more people you've got that are doing the same chant, the more people who believe, maybe it's a stronger sort of thing. So maybe I'll just sit here and I'll do this. Maybe I'll look at the clouds and think and be like, oh, DM, please put your strength into this bloke's blow. And maybe the two of us will focus and will be blessed.
Yes.
But with your axe, not mine, because I can't swing that.
No, that's fair. And the more of us that believe, the better. Maybe Zadriel's faith is so unwavering that she gets it every time. I really do believe in this DM character. Look at her wings. Have you seen her wings?
Yeah, I have. Been carried by it, actually.
Yeah, I mean, and even just when she talks about this DM, she's disappointed when he doesn't talk back, which means there is a bond between them.
And I look and I swing again, and I'm thinking, shit, my axe is going to need some sharpening. Luckily, it's magical, I suppose.
Yeah, you again swing again. This time you take quite a large chunk out of the tree. And yeah, it's making short work of the tree. I mean, you guys are down by the church here around these standard trees, and it's definitely making short work of the tree. Not a big tree, but it's fairly sturdy. But yeah, nothing happens once again.
Right.
You're not sure why. You're not sure. Maybe you need to talk to Zadriel some more. Maybe get some more insight into DM. Maybe you just need to pray more or think about it more. You're not entirely sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Haddock. I think maybe we need to put some prayer into it. Maybe we've only just discovered this DM, and he's like, hey, I don't want to just, this guy's just subscribed to me. I'm not going to give him all the benefits straight away. Right?
Actually, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm thinking they're going, if I was an all-powerful being, I wouldn't just give my power to anyone. I want something in return, right?
Yeah.
So if he gives you that power, what are we giving him? Probably nothing.
Yeah, we become like a patron of him.
What just happened there? Oh, boundary just reset.
Yeah, we become like a patron of him. You say, hey DM, I'm going to do this for you if you do this for me. It's like a trade-off, right?
Yeah, maybe that's probably what we need to do first. We probably talk to him through Zadriel, though.
Yeah, using her like a conduit of power.
Hey, you might be good at some magic. I might be able to teach you some artificer things.
Oh, I've never done artificing before. What's that like?
Well, it's you got to be good with your hands for a start. Well, usually there's a lot of lubrication, but it's not easy at first. But I feel like the more you push through, the easier it gets with more things later on down the track. But first, things are a little bit hard, a little bit complicated. Can't really maneuver your hands through things.
Yeah, because you class when you do that, you shoot out those little fire thingies, right? When you make your cannon and whatnot.
Yeah, well, I mean that's to do with runes and enchantments and things. But yeah, I mean sort of.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, maybe we should head back then. I don't want to destroy this poor tree anymore. Cheers for your help, Adok. I appreciate you not making a joke out of me. I actually expected this to be a bit, point and finger laugh, ha. But I feel like you're on the same wavelength as me at the moment.
That's because I believe, mate. I did feel that warm breeze. And look,
I believe you did.
if we can get this power, if we can actually get a bit of a hand, this is going to help us. It's going to change things.
That's the only way I can see us winning from here out, is having the DM behind us. If the DM is against us, then the creatures are just going to keep on coming forever and ever, and we're never going to win. We have to get him on our side, and that's the only thing to get him on our side is to make him realise that we believe in his power.
And with that, you start to head back to the Blue Water Inn, rejoin your companions.
Yeah.
Have to excuse the music, guys. I've been having a few issues with playlists with this new update. Seems to be being a little weird. But you're back at the inn nonetheless. And we'll probably take a couple of minutes, guys. I think we're going to take a bit of a break. I know Zadriel and I think actually we might even end it there. I think might be the easiest way. They said they were coming back, but the power's out. And looks like trying to get Skype on their phones. Might be easier if we just finish up there and pick up next week from about that point, which is about right. We'll be heading towards the end of the day. We'll be getting ready to hit the long rest. You guys just about done as much RP as you're gonna do for today. Might be a little bit left there.
We can always do more.
Oh, there's always more. There's always more. Because of technological difficulties, I think we'll just call it there. But even if Yanti gets back in, we'll probably get them to give their moments anyway, even if it's via chat. So, like I said, I've got a little bit of work to do with this whole music thing. It seems to be cutting in and out a little bit with Foundry, but it's still working. It's pretty good. So, with that, we will call our session there tonight, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. All those in chat that have stuck around, appreciated very much. Just to let you guys know, we're at 999 followers, one away from 1,000, which is awesome. So with that, we'll briefly just shoot around the players here. Skathis, first up, a moment or two from tonight's session from you, please.
The mind communication between Adok and Zadriel and what Adok heard.
It was an interesting moment, at the very least. Anything else?
That's about it.
That's about it. Adok, a moment from you, please.
Yeah, well, it was actually quite. I just felt like an idiot when I forgot that I had message in the spell.
I was sitting here going, now I wonder how long it's going to take Cam to realise and remember that he has message and could have just messaged Skathis right from the word go to find out where he was.
I don't know. I was like sitting there going, "Yep, this is happening." But I always appreciate Baz's character work and just thoughts about trying to be ingenuity and just making the most of the scenario and things like that. So even just like the planks of wood, nails, everything like that, even the chopping of the tree. But there was also, I really appreciated just the little one-liners that were coming out tonight. Especially we had one from Emilia, which is like, does the lightning come after the thunder?
That was pretty good.
Fibble just being a smartass when he's talking about the sun, and he's just saying, yeah, that's how sun works. It'd be pretty hot if it was under the clouds.
Yes, there was plenty of those moments indeed. Emilia, a moment or two from you, please.
Another one to add on to Adok's last point was turning from red to pink. I'm saying that. Now it's cracked me up. Besides all the awkwardness with all of that stuff, I feel that recalling the coffin maker was amusing.
Yes.
All that stuff everyone had forgotten. The falcon cart.
Oh yes. Carnos is. I thought it was a make of cart. Yes, that definitely stood out for me. And Carnos, since Zadriel and Fibblesib are still in the ether somewhere.
Yeah. Same, so I noted that La Thunder and the Lightning, that was my top pick originally, but Fibble to Emilia, he says, you were pretty much out of it, and then he says, kind of like Skathis last night. and then Emilia telling Skathis he's going to be a dad, that's crack up ass.
Yeah, I honestly thought that fucking Drax was going to apologize, it was all going to be cool, and no.
Well,
And then-
I was going to go tell him why and all that sort of shit, but then I was like, I don't know if she'd do that. I think she'd take the piss once. And then he ran out of the rooms and she couldn't do anything about it. Following.
That was great. It was absolutely great.
And then when Zadriel tried to explain to it,
I know,
Skathis,
yeah.
when did you two make the demon love?
There were some great moments. I mean, I think it's great moments from everyone tonight, Fibble, Zadriel included. Just the randomness of it, of just a straight RP, a town RP session where nothing really much happened. But yeah, it was another great show.
It's good for the group, I think. Like,
Yeah.
in game, they're good for the characters.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was enough I think there was enough conversation that we've got to get together as a group and have a chat kind of thing. And I think even though it wasn't a huge sort of heartfelt conversation, it was definitely enough to kind of bring the group back to some semblance of being on the same page a little bit, which is good. Mina says, Adok said you made the spawn of the devil scared and then slowly back away. Yeah, that was a good moment too. It's like, yeah, he's worried that the spawn of Satan is running away from Emilia, so he's a little concerned.
I have to add, with Baz and the plugging of the DM and subscribing.
Yeah. But subscribe, you can't give them all the benefits straight away.
Yeah,
The
I
music
couldn't help it.
Music reference as well, so you've got to have faith.
Yep.
I was like,
I was definitely going to mention that one. But I mean, again, I think that's just the way things happen for us in this game. Those moments come up, and it's always going to be a thing, which is great because it's become canon for our campaigns throughout. I mean, the campaign 1 was full of it. Strahd's been no exception. It's just happened across the board. It's been great.
And it's
Absolutely
linked
love
through
it.
to VTM.
Yes, it is a little bit.
Yeah, you can't help our humour.
Yeah, it happens.
It's
Just
fine.
one of those things. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for us tonight. We definitely should raid somebody. Let me go check out who is
Do you
online.
need somebody to raid?
Definitely. Obviously, hopefully, Zadriel and Fib will get their power back. Definitely.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, luckily it was really towards the end. It was getting close to calling it anyway. I was just waiting for that moment. So it kind of leant towards that, being right at sort of that moment. So it wasn't too bad. So don't take a long rest yet, guys, because you're not quite there yet. We'll probably start next week's session at roughly at this moment, heading towards the long rest anyway. So we'll leave that for now. Hopefully I can get all this music sorted within Foundry, so it's not jumping and cutting in and out all the time. Who are we going to raid? We got... Who is playing the D&D besides us? Bacon No Pants.
Awesome name.
Interesting name. Doing floating tables and source stuff, so it's not actually playing a game. King Sax. My God.
Great names tonight.
King Sax D&D. We got to check this out. I got to check it out. I've only got 2 viewers.
Just see where we put everyone on the boat.
They are in English, which is a start. They've been going for 6 minutes.
Oh, where was that?
Looks like they're on roll 20.
How many players?
Looks like 5 players.
In Thundercliff. There you guys.
They've only got camera for the DM by the looks of it. Or for
So I don't know
one
if you
of
want
the
to.
players.
I feel like Florice is at the front, Valak's at
Looks
the
a
back.
little
I
boring.
don't know. I think Oren
Not
or
much
you're at the
happening
front
there.
as well.
Find something's a little bit more exciting. Actually, not too many on tonight, to be honest. What's this one? They've been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
If you feed him and give him,
Mr. Linger.
that's where the stuff came from out of my bag.
Where do the people come up with these
Just
names?
feed him and we.
I know, right?
Tell him to work on his smile a bit, I guess.
I mean, we do have a roast chicken.
True.
I'll go get
This
some
is true.
breakfast and I'll tell you about the first job for the day.
I think we're right, these guys. I've only got 4 viewers. Been going for just over an
Guys.
hour.
Oh, hey, I'm about
At some point, we need to head outside the wall.
It looks like you got 4 players in
Do you wanna
DM.
go? I'm gonna
Gonna
sell the
raid these
meat to this guy,
guys. Give me one
So we
second.
need to
Sort
get the
out
meat out
the whole
by
raid
4.
thing.
but I don't want to ruin the bar.
Right, raid started. As I see, guys, we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe doing some map stuff or more Foundry stuff. About 8:30, 9 o'clock. So come and hang out with that. Have a great night, and we will see you then. Bye.
For like 40 years.